swallow you. Lay your body down. Find the cost of freedom buried in the ground. Mother Earth will swallow you. Lay your body down.
There's something happening here, but what it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Every time we stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and carrying signs, mostly say hooray for our side. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Strikes deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and take you away. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop now. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. Children, what's that sound?
Good afternoon. This is Lloyd Reese, and we're here at the Met Theater in Hollywood, California, with renowned theater and movie film producer Michael Butler. Michael, we are celebrating Hair's 40th anniversary. What are your personal thoughts about that, sir?
Well, it's been a very exciting trip. It's been an exhausting trip. It's been a very weird trip. And I've enjoyed all three aspects of it.
America has always been known as a melting pot of cultures. Here in the millennium, we have even a more diverse group of people coming in. Doesn't Hair fit right in now with the times now, with the diversity that's depicted in the play?
Oh, yes, very much so. Hair is, I think, closer to the more multicultural aspects of this country. But we're at a great threshold, whether we're going to go forward or backwards in that area.
Now, Michael, the music in Hair was revolutionary. Has rock and roll changed in 40 years compared to what it was then, and how important it was then compared to the rock and roll of today?
No. Yes, 40 years ago, rock and roll was really the message, and the rock stars were the messengers. It's not the same anymore. It's not as current anymore. It's not dealing with the socially important items that face all of us. It's regretful that it's become too commercial.
As far as comparing and contrasting, I look at some of the music in Hair in the same manner as we did Marvin Gaye's What's Going On. Would you look at that in the same way as what's occurring now as a sign of the times, the music of hair fitting in right now in the millennium?
Yeah, because I don't think we don't have people like Bob Marley around. There are not many people who are really saying something. And certainly in the theater, there is no music that can compare to the realness of hair in today's situation. Which, of course, is a terrible thing to say because it means 40 years, we're still in the same mess.
Now, we are looking at 40 years of technology since hair first opened in 1967. What are your feelings about the technology involved with the production that's taking place in this theater? As far as the band, the music, the lights?
Oh, the changes in the last 40 years are almost incomprehensible. Every time I go to New York, I have luncheon with Jules Fisher, who's probably the greatest lighting man in the world, and my best friend in the theater. And Jules is telling me about the latest gadgets that they're using. And when he did the lighting for Dreamgirls, when that was going on downtown on Broadway, well, I went down a couple of times to watch him work. Sound, when we put the sound system into the Biltmore Theater, the electrical union, and you know, unions have a stranglehold over the Broadway scene, they said, that's our area. So they sent us a sound man. Galt and I discovered that he was sound deaf. He had absolutely no comprehension of what was going on.
Now, Michael, I must say, being involved with this particular production of Hair here at the Met, it's an absolute honor and pleasure to work with Bo and Don and Christian and Jeffrey. And it's an absolute pleasure for myself to have met you, sir. And I want to thank you for spending this time with us here at the Met Theater. It's been a joy.
Pleasure. Thank you.